Hello, Aquarius. October 2021. How you doing, Aquarius? I hope you're doing well. I'm Conscious Medium Brandon Russ, and I'll be your tour guide for October 2021. I want to thank you guys for being part of my journey as we meditate and we bring in our light and our love. By the way, I want to introduce you to my friend. He's the light. She's the light. Let's not be gender specific, for crying out loud. Can we just lose this meat suit of ours and just be light? By the way, if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, my regards, Mr. Plant. Yes, this is the same lantern that you would see in the Hermit card. This is about your spiritual growth. It's about your spiritual journey. It's about remembering that you are the light. I'm going to show you the rest of the band here. We've got our good old-fashioned Rider-Waite Tarot. You've seen one. You've seen 100. We rely on the old reliable, so there's something old, something new. Something new is this Gilded Tarot. By the way, you can win this exact gift box. Sorry, our lighting catches it just right. Yes, we know our studio's a little crude. We're upgrading every day. But you can win this box by liking, sharing, subscribing. Make sure you tag us, as our street team is going to go out there and find someone to give this deck to. By the way, full disclosure, the cards are not this big. They're actually this big. Found that out when I opened it. But it's really cool. It's a great layout. It's a great book. If you are anything, even in the hobbyist of this, do exercise your right to win this and get it out there. Like, subscribe, share. And oh, by the way, if you like the way these tarot readings are going, if you like the way that this style is, why don't you learn a little more? I teach a class called The Art and the Science of Tarot. We start October the 14th. My good friend Mike and I teach it, where we get over all of the basics, all the things you might be able to find in a book. But more importantly, we talk about how your intuition comes together. And you're able to read the cards as is and as they are beyond. Oh, and also we use the language of light deck as well. The reason why we use this is because we're going to connect with our soul, with our spirit, with our Akashics. And we're going to explain a little bit about the table here in just a second. So I'm Conscious Medium Brandon Russ. I've been doing this for a decade plus. I'm a certified medium. I travel all over the world. I've done literally hundreds of shows, and I do call them shows because they're entertainment purposes only. But I connect with loved ones. I believe that there is a connection with you and your loved ones all the time. Sometimes we need it because we need a little encouragement. Sometimes we need to know that they're safe. And sometimes we just need that swift kick in the pants to get us going. So Aquarius, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I want to introduce to you the Merkaba table. Great story on how I came about that. Someday I'll tell the story. But we're going to actually focus in on the light, the love, and the laughter. The light actually talks about our connection with our Creator, with our consciousness, with our guides, with our angels, with our Akashic records, what we're meant to do here. Then our love is obviously, well, love, love, love. Let's talk about love, love, love. By the way, if you know that song, go ahead and put it down below. Again, that street team will be paying attention. If you get the name of the band and the song, I'll give you a hint. Early 90s heyday on MTV. You can win a free reading with me. Free tarot reading. We'll set it up just like this. Split screen. We're going to have fun. Right? And then, to round out the Merkaba table, will be our laughter. By the way, our laughter is about our time here on Earth, our 3D experience. What are we going to get out of this? What are we meant to do? Oh, it's beautiful. What is our connection? All right, guys, so right out of the gate, let's start turning over the Rider-Waite. By the way, for the sake of these cards, we're actually going to be upright all the way through this, although reversals and whatnot are very important in personal readings. This is an overarching reading for Aquarius, because we're going to talk about your astrology here as we start to turn over the cards. Of course, the Temperance card comes out. This is a time where your ninth house is having a little bit of a garden party. It's a house party in the ninth. Aquarius, this month, you're doing a deep dive in your spirituality. You're trying to figure out what to do with all this. You want to challenge yourself in your own spirituality. Tell David Bowie to go write a new album. I know he's dead, but he's not dead. That's literally what you're doing. You are the centerpiece of the spiritual connection. And you're going, okay, there's more. Let's dive deep. Because you're a trendsetter when it comes to the spiritual nature. Your love life always kind of takes a left-hand turn because you're like, I don't know what to do with this. By the way, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're talking all 4 of those right now. The reason being is because those are the most influential about what our experience is here on Earth. By the way, later on in the month, of course, Mercury retrograde, not a good time to start anything, but if you've already started it, you're going to see things start to become complete. Jupiter goes direct on the 18th. Saturn goes direct somewhere around the 6th. We really start to kind of like loosen up the ties with all of this. And Aquarius, of course, you're trying to find your spiritual purpose, your higher learning. Don't be surprised if you do a deeper dive into learning, but maybe you're supposed to be a teacher, just not a student. Because there's leadership all around you this month. It's you figuring out how you're supposed to be the trendsetter. Do you remember on December 21st, 2020, when we had the great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter? Yeah. Guess what, peeps? Happening in your 11th house is about what you're bringing to the world. You are put into a destiny pattern. That great conjunction happened in your house. Pay attention. The new moon, the full moon, you're finding purpose all over the place here. All over the place. Right? Now is your time to begin to recognize that you're meant to be part of who and what you're supposed to push forward for. All that knowledge that you've been creating, that you've been pulling together, here we go. Here we go. So that's why the Temperance card, of course, is going to come out when we're talking about our light. It's beginning to balance the things that you know and the things you're supposed to teach. You see that triangle? Welcome to the Merkaba. By the way, the Temperance card puts its toe in the water and keeps its foot on the land. It understands the yin and the yang. If this was any other card and was to be renamed today, it would be the yin and the yang. You're all about the balance. And what comes over it, of course, major transformation. The Death card comes out. You are absolutely freaking welcome, Aquarius. You're welcome. Whew. So we're going to tuck this guy right up here into the light. You'll see where I'm going with all this if you've never experienced this before and you haven't watched the other videos. Here we go. Here we grow. All right, here we go. Okay, let's talk about the love. I lied to you. We're going to sing it again. Page of Cups comes out. This is new love, new perspective on love. This is about you recognizing that there could be something new coming in. Oh, but there's a choice. Maybe these are 2 people and you're trying to figure it out. Maybe it's your idea about trying to figure out whether or not you're supposed to stay or go. Maybe it's you trying to figure out whether or not you are going to spend time on this. You got other stuff going on. Look at the transformation stuff. You got bigger plans. So when this opportunity comes up, you're going to put on the blindfold. If you were Luke Skywalker, you'd put away the tracking system and trust the Force. And you would say, all right, what am I going to do with this? Maybe it's a recreation of something that's old and you're like, should I keep it or should I toss it? Tough to love an Aquarius sometimes. Just is. It just is. Here we go. Now into your laughter. Your laughter is all about trying to figure out what you're doing here on Earth. Right? So the 8 of Cups comes out. This is about losing a little bit. This is about love lost. It's about throwing it overboard. That's kind of interesting, right? Because now the Knight of Wands comes up. You know what I think this really kind of talks about? It talks about you just forging ahead. Aquarius, it's kind of like you're just going to step over the dead bodies and keep going. Right? Like, whatever. I got to keep going. I got stuff to do. You know, it's like, that traffic accident was back there. It had nothing to do with me. My regards, George Carlin. It's about you recognizing that here in the 3D life, there are bigger, more important things to do than just get hung up on that emotional BS. Well, hang on to that. That's just not about love. It's about friendship. It's about the experience. It's about that workplace that you're going to that you're just looking around going, what the frig? What are you guys doing? You're starting to come into fruition with this. And by the way, I'm going to put more emphasis back onto the light side of this and your spiritual growth. Your spiritual growth is like, hello, time to pay off and change. You know what that is? That's a really loud power combo. I'm not even going to try and talk over that. Can't wait to see how that comes out in the edit. Might want to fix that, Brandon. Anyways. So we're going to slide these guys over to the laughter. Not all bad guys, but what you're doing is you're realizing, and I think I mentioned this, I've said it 100 times, these cards are upright for the purposes of the overarching feel to it. But now we're going to actually talk about, oh yeah, we are going to talk about the Gilded Tarot now speaking to the other cards that are already out there. By the way, if you like this technique, the class starts October the 14th, the Art and the Science of Tarot. You're all about your options when it comes to your spiritual path and your connection with growth. By the way, this is also weighing out the idea of, is it Reiki? Is it yoga? Is it Akashic Records? Is it coaching? Is it mediumship? Is it da-da-da-da-da-da-da? You've got a lot of options because you're a multi-tool player, aren't you, Aquarius? And one thing, wow, I love this card for Aquarius because the dozen Aquariuses that I know are all about the hard work, about their spiritual path. You guys roll with it. You've got an entire library full of journals. You have a ton of experiences. Your vacations are to go see sacred places and meditate on the ocean. I freaking know you guys. The Eight of Pentacles talks about all the hard work that you're doing with your spiritual connection. You have conversation. Your best friend is your guide. I know you. It's how you roll. It's really cool. Now let's kind of get through this muckiness of the love part of it, huh? Oh yeah, here we go. Page of Cups. This new love, this new situation, this new attitude at least is coming in and you're making a choice to it. Can't make these cards up, everybody. How about a little bit of soulmate? One of the few soulmate cards in the deck comes out right here in your love spread. Two of Cups. You saw me shuffle. Two of Cups. This means that you're making a decision. How much am I going to put into this? And the cards are going to explain to you. It's all about timing. Is it time? Based on these cards, it kind of is. The other person's doing the work, and oh, by the way, you're not going to waste your time anymore. What a fantastic, fantastic layout. All right, let's talk about your laughter, and let's remind you that no matter what this is, friends that come and go, situations and workplaces that just kind of are like sucko and blah, blah, blah. This is reminding you, you have the strength. Can't make this up, because out comes the Star card. By the way, the Star card and the Strength card are absolutely a power combo right there. You know, this is to remind you that no matter what, you got to keep going. The Strength card is the 8 card. This is abundance. This is manifesting. You want new people in your life. You want a new job, new situation. Just say the word and they shall be healed. You will move forward. The Star card is just, I mean, first of all, it's absolutely brilliant. It's a brilliant card. It's a 17. I'm going to do a close-up cam just because I want to make sure you guys see the detail of these cards. They're beautiful. They don't pay me. I bought these cards outright, but I share them with the world because I think it's really good value. Beautiful, beautiful artwork on this. Right? Well, the Star card comes out, Aquarius, because you are Aquarian. You are the star. You are literally the star, Aquarius. It is the Star card. Of course, you're going to be reminded who you are and what you're about at this time. Your friends, your families, your loved ones, your 3D experience. You need a little reminder. Sometimes it sucks. Stinks a little bit. 8 of Cups, like, some good, some not so good. Are you getting hung up on it? No. Now with the Knight of Wands, you're like, next! And you got the Strength because it's tiring. It's tiring to be you. Oh, I love this setup. Love this spread. All right, guys, now let's talk a little bit about what our soul is saying to our light, love, and laughter. All right, guys, let's bring out a good one here. Focus. Of course it is. All this activity in the 9th house is about your higher learning, what you are bringing to the world, your posterity of knowledge, your focus right here. By the way, 37, and it's a new beginning. It's a whole new world. Of course, you've got the Death card. The Death card is doing you a favor here. Major transformation. A little Scorpio energy. A little creative into all of this. You're figuring out who the hell you are and what you're meant to the world. Thank goodness we're heading into the age of Aquarius. You should be leading us by now. No pressure. Now let's take a look at what our love is supposed to be. Whew. A rose is a rose is a rose. The sensitivity of what's going on here. This is reaching your core. You're in a relationship with somebody of the emotional value. You got to remember sensitivity here. Maybe this is a Cancer. Maybe this is a Scorpio. Maybe it's a Virgo. Maybe it's a Pisces. But their emotions are running deep, and that's their superpower. You need to remember that if you're dealing with the soulmate level part of this. Whew. Love this spread. Love it. Now let us let us actually look and ask what it is that we need. I didn't say ask. You're going to visualize this here in the 3D. You're such the manifester. You're visualizing the positive out of this. You understand where your losses came from. You're forging ahead. You got the strength. You've got the purpose. Now you just got to visualize this. This is a manifestation card right here. Why not? You want more friends. You want more things. You want to do the work that you love for a living. This is your time to think about this here in the 3D. Make some coin along the way, too. By the way, very little. I mean, is there a single pentacle here? No. Yes, there is. Of course, it's the hard work that you put in. Pentacles are not about money, but rather about the energy that you present, the energy that you put into something, right? So maybe it is money. Maybe it is perspective. Maybe it is whatever. You chose to spend your time on your spiritual connection. Aquarius, please be our leader. You're rocking and rolling this one way or the other. Whew. All right, guys, here we go. Center spread, center square, as they say. How about the star card? You got to remember who you are in all of this. Your Aquarian energy is so rich and deep. And let's cover this up with the Ace of Swords cards. One of these. There we go. Cutting through the brush. Boy, that's a long sound bite. Cutting through the brush and making sure you are whole. That's what this is. You are unforgiving. You are unwavering with who you are, Aquarius. This is your reminder. You have never been more Aquarius than you are right now. It's a good time to be an Aquarius, isn't it? Let's see where we're going with this now. Yeah, you're going to do it the right way. You are going to do this the right way. And oh, by the way, here comes the Knight of Swords. So you absolutely have the royalty of the Emperor. The Emperor, strong kind of hard-ass, badass energy, benevolent. Also the Teacher. Remember what I said up here about your light, your transformation. Maybe you're going from student to teacher. Whew. Spirit's just giving it to me, man. I'm just running with it. You know what makes a good medium a good medium? They meet people in spirit where they're at. By the way, the only way you can do that is to push your ego away. Aquarius, you're pushing your ego away. Even when you're like, oh no, oh woe is me, I'm kind of at a loss here. Oh no, I got to make a decision here. You're putting your ego away. You're doing what's best even for the other person too. Your sometimes selfish nature overcomes with the awesomeness of who you are. I think I'm still sharing with you the Pisces part of this, aren't I? You'll get over it. But I'm pretty confident that where you're going with this is pretty heady. All right, let's round it out here. Nothing but insight. Your insight is just fantastic. Your insight is coming in such a way that you're becoming our leader. You're elevating. You're also building a strong foundation. The insight card is a 13, which is a 4. Which is the strong foundation that you are, Aquarius. Terribly sorry, I just pumped up Pisces through that whole thing. I'm not re-recording this. It's too darn good. And I got a deadline. I want to get this out to you. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for being part of my path. Again, one more quick snapshot here on all of this. You're coming into this, and the work that you have done with your creator gives you so many options, and they're acknowledging your hard work, and it's reminding you to stay focused on your spiritual path. The work that's going on in the 9th house is pretty fantastic for you, but you also have to remember that your love life, your connection with the person and the people that you have here can be a little bit of a struggle, but it's worth it. It's worth it. The soulmate card comes out, and it's all about timing. Then over here onto your laughter, your experience here in the 3D. Yeah, you've got some losses, but damn it, you're the Aquarian. You're the bigger person almost every time. It's time to stand up and be who you are. Visualize, manifest, get yourself there. And your overall part of what you're going to focus about. You can't change your stripes. It's who you are. You're going to forge ahead. Great ideas, new ventures. You're going to do it the right way, and you're going to do the insight. Aquarius, if I have ever seen a spread that says you're a teacher, here it is. You've taught the work from what you've been accomplishing and what you've been acquiring. You are teaching love and insight here in your love paradigm. And oh, by the way, you're also saying, hey, I am who I am to my friends. I got to be that person. Here's my mission. Here's my purpose. Aquarius, get to work. I want to thank you guys for joining me. And I can't wait to see you guys next month. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you can win this Gilded Tarot giant box. And since we can't be together right now, we can't hug and handshake. So we're going to do the heart tap and tell one another we love and care for one another. As we let us know that we carry the light everywhere. And we remind ourselves to simply keep going. I'm Conscious Medium Brandon Russ. I'll catch you next month. Be sure to check back often for new videos and fun stuff. Thanks, guys.